Greetings, y'all. It is Matt from the Green Arcade. Good evening, everyone. How's it going? We're back live on Elm Creek. How's everybody's week going? TGIAF. Thank God it's almost Friday. I had to make sure I had the letters right. Thank God it's almost Friday. Tomorrow is Friday. The next time the sun comes up, it will be Friday. So thank goodness. Thank goodness it's almost Friday. So let's get into it. I got an old man in here. Let's see.
Sound resumed.
Old man.
Good evening, Matt.
Evening. How's it going?
It's going good. How about you?
It's going good. So we are back on Elm Creek, and I don't know what all's going on. We got. I've been doing some contracts down here in the southeast part. Kind of eyeballing a field here. I don't know. We're gonna need another FERC contract on it, I think, before I even consider it. But it's got cotton in it, though. It's kind of pricey though. It's $420. I don't know. You get a lot of land with it. You get this land. You get this field here, which is all in cotton. And then you get this big lot out behind the carpentry over here. Get a big, it's like a big grass field back here. So, I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on this one. Did some cultivating contracts down here with big ketchup mustard back there, as I call it. And did a little FERC contract here. Hey, there's Puma Plow raiding. Good evening there again, John. Joined him earlier in his stream. If you guys haven't checked out John, twitch.tv/PumaPlow. He was playing on his Let's Play map. His single player map. I think he's going to call it his Let's Play map instead of a single player map now, because people were giving him grief over it being a single player map, but it wasn't really single player. It was multiplayer, but it's a single player, but it's, oh no, I've gone cross-eyed. So no, it's his Let's Play map. It's his Erlengrap map. He's been working on that today. Hello, Lex. How's it going? Chinese Rocket Debris, Metallic, everybody. El Diablo, The Man, Pepper. Having to lean forward for this one. Turtles. Yep. Slow down, you can't handle this kind of frame rate. I caught the tail end of that, and that, yeah, so there might be a limit on bales on PC. I'm not sure how many bales he had. Did he say how many bales he had on that map, guys?
It was like 800 something.
800, wow, 800 bales. That's quite a few. And there's, what's the, six... Yeah, 800 plus is what, 850, 862, 860 something like that. Everybody's saying about around 860 something. So, wow, man. That's, I wonder about that, because the bales on, let's see, where can I look at that at? I guess the best place to look would be the store, maybe. No? Maybe. So, we use the same, this really isn't a good place to look at it either. It doesn't show you what the capacity of them are on here. We can maybe, we haven't done any bales yet, have we? We probably should. Trying to remember what the capacity is on the round bales. I know on the square bales for the mid-range is like, I think it's 6,000 liters per bale. The only downside is you have to wrap them separately. 3,500 liters for grass. Okay, that sounds right. So yeah, it sounds like 3,500 liters. So it's almost half of what a grass bale is. The only thing is you have to wrap them separately. I often wonder if it would be better to do the square baling and then just go ahead and wrap it separately. I mean, it takes a little longer to do, but you get more bang for your buck in your bales. I don't know. It's nice. It's nice to do the round baling, and it's kind of convenient. So you could increase your number of bales without, you know, you'd have more liters per bale. It's almost double. Man, can you imagine the lag if your bales are standing up, though? Because with the square bales, you know, it stands them up. That would be terrible. Just terrible. We still have a square wrapper, though. We hadn't sold it back. It's sitting right back there on the edge of the field. So we got some cultivating to do, and tree cutting to do, and all kinds of stuff to do. But thank goodness it's Friday. Boy, it's been a week. It's been a long week. I'm gonna park this right here. And let's see, I need not this one. I need not that one. Let me just tab through them, I guess. Not that one. You got that one. I need this one. This is the one I need. This is the one I'm looking for. This is the best one to use the create field option on. I guess we finished up this contract here last time. Go ahead and fold this up. Oh, is it Friday for Lex? Where are you at, Lex? Are you in Australia, I guess, maybe? Well, yeah, okay, so I used the wrong one. I'm just trying to skip ahead, guys. Thank goodness it's almost Friday. TGIAF Tango Golf India Alpha Foxtrot. You know, it's almost Friday. It's coming soon. It's a coming attraction. I know, it's like January 74th, isn't it? I mean, it's like it feels like it. I mean, January is just dragging out. I wonder if the year's going to be like that, you know? The year's going to be like a week, you know? You have, you know, Monday, and it just drags out, and Tuesday drags out, and Wednesday drags out, and Thursday drags out. And then you have Friday, and then you have Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday again. I wonder if that's how the year's going to go. Alright, I'm going to try to set up my GPS for this. I got to create field here a little bit. Let's do that, and I can turn the lines on here. Nope. Let's see. Maybe if I turn it on, actually. I'll have to come over, I think, a little bit with it. Tell you honestly, I'm ready for warmer weather. It is so cold here today. Our wind chills got below 0. And for us here, you know, it don't do that. You know, we don't do that. We don't do the nothing negative. We don't like that. You know, down here in the deep south, we don't have big coats. So it was a very, 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 very cold day. The only reason you want spring to come is for fishing. Yeah, that's good. I haven't been fishing in a while. I need to go fishing. I like spring. I'll tell you this, okay? I like winter if we can have snow, around Christmas. I like it then. And I like spring, spring's great. It's warms up and everything thaws out. And I like summer if I either have a pool or the beach or something, like that, something of that equivalent. The beach is great. But I'll tell you, my time of year is the fall still, I think. That's my favorite time of the year. There's Traxie. She's here. What's up, girl? What? Nope. Nope. Don't lick the controller. Ouch. Feels like -10 where Benedict's at. You can keep that, Benedict. That's negative double digits. No. Ew, no. I think I remember them saying that gasoline freezes, or not gasoline, maybe jet fuel freezes at -150 degrees. So you're on your way, Benedict. You're closer than we are here. Oh, I set my keyboard on my cable. Oh, here we go. Nah, we're all Fahrenheit. You know what? I didn't turn my GPS on for that. So it's gonna look crooked. Make another pass there. You miss your kitty? Did your kitty what do they call that? Everybody calls it crossing the rainbow bridge now when they pass. Traxie's great. Traxie's a good. I can't. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I can't complain about Traxie. She's for the most part, she's well behaved, and she's really a sweet cat. A lot of cats are jerks. A lot of cats are, they'll, just get on your nerves and hiss at you, and they have attitudes. And Traxie's got a personality of her own. I mean, don't get me wrong, but she's for the most part, she's a sweet cat. She goes wherever I go. Yeah, I've had pets long time. I've had a lot of pets. I've had dogs and cats. I had a dog that his name was Shadow, and he was a Great Dane black lab mix, and he was a big dog, but man, he was a great dog. He was a great dog. I mean, I think his head was bigger than mine, but he was a good dog, and he had pups before he died, and I got 2 of his pups. And he had a black and a chocolate lab pups, and I got those 2 after he died, and yeah, he was good. It's always the worst feeling in the world, because they're part of your family, so. Yeah, I'm just gonna do an in-row. I could cultivate it that way, but oh wait, I got some work to do over here. I gotta remove the trees back there again and everything, so I'll just do an in-row in here, and we'll do some expanding here. Gotta get the trees out first. That seems like numero uno. Speaking of trees, I should probably check on that. The only thing that we are going to purchase on this map is the sawmill. And we have 9,000 of wood left in there. Feels like -17, wise guy. Hey, that's even worse than Benedict's. Oh, yeah, Traxie tries to keep you in line. She's good, though. She, with it being so... And I can't really say it's cold because I bumped the thermostat up to 72 degrees. So it's 72 degrees in here now. Normally I keep it around 70 degrees. I bumped it up since it got colder a little bit because it's actually kind of feeling... You know, it says, the thermostat says 70 degrees, but parts of the house it feels a little chillier. So I bumped it up to 72, and it feels good in here now. She likes to spin around in circles, and then she'll finally lay down and roll up in a ball or curl up in a ball, and she keeps my feet warm a lot. Right now she's kind of in my lap here. Just gonna hire that and go down through there for a second. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I don't remember how old Shadow was when he passed. I know... You know, the two pups that I mentioned, the black lab and the chocolate lab. The black lab died early on. It wasn't early on. She was a full-grown dog. But she died before the chocolate lab. And her name was Lucy. And Ginger was the chocolate lab. Ginger lived to the ripe old age of 17 years old. So she was an old dog. You could see it in her face, too. She had gray all in her face, and... She lived to be pretty old. And I think that's probably what she died of, was old age. The wrong place to live, yeah. Wise guy, wherever that's at. That feels like minus 17, yeah. Eesh. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I missed that. Minus 40? Where are you at? Where are you at? Iowa? Wow. That's what your wind chill will be tonight. Okay, I had to go back and read that. Minus 40. Ay, Chihuahua. That's one of those things where you go outside and if you spit up into the air, it's going to freeze before it comes back down. Is that right? I've seen people do the challenge where they have a cup of hot water and they'll throw it up in the air and it comes down as snow. That's when you know it's cold. Yeah, I know Canada gets cold too. Phil can vouch for that. I hadn't talked to Phil all week. Minus 40 is the same in Fahrenheit as it is in Celsius. Is it really? Is that where the equilibrium meets or whatever? Huh. Yeah, I've seen them do it on like the news and stuff when, you know, the Weather Channel and stuff, when it gets real cold. They'll take either a cup or even a pot of boiling hot water and throw it up in the air and it'll come down as snow. That's when you know it is super cold. Super cold. That's when you're ready for spring. That's when you're gonna, you know, go down to Puxatawny and threaten the groundhog. If he sees his shadow, you're gonna be like, bro, come here. Let me say hello to my little friend. It won't be long. When is that? That's coming up too. What is that? February 2nd for Groundhog's Day? Yeah, February 2nd. Actual temp is minus 15. Okay. I wonder what the coldest temperature on Earth ever recorded was. I would say it was probably somewhere like Mount Washington or something like that, or probably, I don't know, maybe in the Arctic or Antarctica. Minus 128.6. Where was that at, Chinese rocket debris? Was I right? Was it like Antarctica or somewhere like that? Or Mount Everest or something? I don't know. Mount Everest is the highest elevation, so... Was it Antarctica? Siberia? July 21st, 1983? Vostok, Antarctica. Be glad you ain't there, Traxie. And it was up on a mountain. So yeah, I kind of figured it would probably be up on a mountain. Wonder where, wonder who goes up there to maintain the weather station up on that mountain. If it's still there, I don't know. Do they have a weather station there? You would think they would have a weather station there if it's the highest elevation in Antarctica or something like that. I don't know. Did they have a weather station on Mount Everest? Yeah, they can keep that. I said, I think it was, what was that movie? Was it The Day After? Where the helicopters, the fuel froze in their fuel lines instantly. And I think they said it was like minus 150 degrees that freezes fuel. Or I guess jet fuel maybe or something. Yeah, Y'all can keep that. I want to go somewhere tropical around that time. This is my island in the sun. Alright, let's see. Where we got to go now? Up north. And then I think old man's got field 12 over there. So we need to go over there to 8 and 9.
We're not plowing the grass over, are we? I mean, not cultivating the grass over.
Not right away. I think what I'm gonna do is mow it first, and then see what's what up there. I need to actually turn grass on to look at that. Let's see. Ready to harvest. Yeah, probably just roll what's there and then plant in between there so we can save on seed, I guess. Probably just plant like these where these roads were in there. So that it'll be grass too. Island Boy's trying to make it, yeah, I'll tell you. I've always dreamed of being like one of those people, I remember reading a story about a lady. She was she lived in New York, she worked in New York, she worked like for the New York Stock Exchange or something financial, I don't remember exactly what it was. She had a $80,000 a year job and turned it into an even bigger job. She was making, like, I forget, like $100 and something thousand a year. And she quit. She dropped it. She dropped it all. She was doing, like the whole business thing where she had like a 9-to-5 job doing financial stuff. She quit. She moved down to an island somewhere in the Caribbean, and now she has an ice cream stand, or an ice cream shop there somewhere on the beach, like right off the beach. And she has employees sell ice cream, and she's making enough money to, sustain paying them and her, and she just lives on the beach. So that's kind of always been like my dream, to do something like that. Live on the beach. I don't know if I want to live on the beach though, because there's pros and cons, right? The pro is, well, it's the beach. It's tropical. And if you live near like a resort or something like that, there's going to be plenty of people wanting ice cream, I guess. But the cons to it is, you think about like hurricane season, you'd have to like evacuate your home like every year, pretty much. Right? So, yeah, tsunamis, sunburn. Oh, I hate sunburn. Ugh. I got a bad sunburn one time. Was not fun at all. Yeah, it's just pick your poison, really. Honestly, my real dream is winning the lottery or something like that. And like if I won the lottery, I would have 4 houses, right? I know that seems kind of crazy, but I would have 4 houses, right? So in the winter, I'd have a winter house. It'd probably be somewhere like I don't know, Colorado or Wyoming or somewhere in the mountains where it snowed at Christmas time. I'm a big stickler for that. I want snow at Christmas time, okay? I'd have a house somewhere up there just for Christmas and winter, and stuff like that. So maybe like a cabin, like a big log cabin or something. My other house would be somewhere nice. Maybe where I'm at now for spring. In the summer, it would definitely be somewhere tropical. So maybe Florida, maybe down there on the coast somewhere, like Fort Lauderdale, Miami, something like that. I don't know, Key West even, maybe, I don't know. Or maybe somewhere down on the other side, like Tampa or Gulf Coast or something like that. And then in the fall, I'd have a house somewhere like in New England, maybe like Salem or Maine or somewhere nice like that. Somewhere we get the good fall foliage. I like to say foliage, but it's not foliage, it's foliage. And then back to the winter house for Christmas. Back to the log cabin. Yeah. We very rarely see Christmas snow. And that's the only time I want it. If I could control the weather, I would have snow from December 1st through December 26th. After December 26th, let it warm up, melt all the snow, be clear for New Year's. Keep it at 72 degrees from New Year's through like sometime in May. Okay? No snow. Just keep it nice and pleasant. And then in May, crank it up. Let's go to the beach, swim in the ocean, no sharks. Or, go somewhere where there's a really nice pool or water park. And, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to hire that out. I'm going to go get ketchup and mustard down here. Old Ronald McDonald tractor here. Yeah, no, okay. So no jerks of the sea. So that includes sharks, jellyfish, stingrays, nothing like that. We don't want anything like that. We can have dolphins, and we can have the sea turtles, and we can have all that. But none of the bad guys. None of the guys that wish you ill will. You know. And honestly, you know, I could deal with a pool, you know. I know Hawaii has a lot of resorts with nice pools. You don't actually have to go swim in the ocean, but it's there to see. It's there. It's like they have pools like with ocean views, so that would work too. Whoop. Come on, tractor. Let's go. I think I got that set to something else. Yeah, I got that set to 9, don't I? Okay. Yep, getting stung by a jellyfish does hurt, and it does sting. I got stung by a jellyfish once. It's not cool. Gosh, how old was I? I was maybe 6 when that happened. Never seen a jellyfish? You don't want to see a jellyfish, because that means bad news. Should I have turned back there? I should have turned back there. By the time I get up there, the other guy will have it all done. Yep. Yeah, if you see it, it's pretty much too late, because where there's one jellyfish, there are others. There's usually more than one. You stepped on a jellyfish and it popped. Did it sting you? Because normally if you're even in the vicinity of a jellyfish, it's like instant pain. That was a rough trip. Not only did it get stung by a jellyfish, but the sand, it was so windy one day we were there. The sand, it felt like your ankles were in a sand blaster. The wind was blowing so hard on the beach, and the sand was dry. It stung so bad. I think that was before I got stung. Might have been dead. Yeah, that's true. Might have been a dead one or something. Yeah, there's old man. Woo! Sorry, old man.
That would not have been good.
Not all jellyfish is pain. If it stings, most are harmless. I don't know. The one I got on, I guess, was not harmless, because it stung and it hurt. Is it like being stung by a bee? No, I'd say it hurts worse than being stung by a bee. I don't know. The memory of it, you know, I was a kid then, so, you know, everything was terrible. The memory that I have of it, yeah, it of course, being stung by a bee back then, you know, as a kid hurt, so, I don't know. I really don't want to be stung by one today to just compare it for you guys, but, you know, it hurt. I wouldn't want to do it again, definitely not. I wouldn't want to be stung by a bee, though, either. Anything that stings, I'm out. I don't know what touched me, but it hurt. It stung. Oop. Nope. Dropped my thing. Sorry. I dropped it in front of an Amazon van. Nope. I thought I connected to it. Come on. I'm hitting the thing. What is going on? Did I break it? I think I broke it. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay, the Amazon van is, I think it's following me. Are you trying to give me a package? I'll take a package. I've been stung by a lot of stuff. Man, look at that. Hey, look out, Amazon dude. You hold on there, sir. I remember the worst thing I got stung by was a red wasp. And I was in a swimming pool, and somebody else slapped it on top of the water. Well, they kind of missed it, and I guess it thought it was me because it came up to me and stung me right between the eyes, right in my forehead there, right in between my eyebrows, really. And man, did it hurt! I swelled up so bad from that. I got a lot of Benadryl, and I slept for like a day. And yeah, it was bad. Let's see, this is actually the field we own back here, isn't it? That's the first field. This is the other. Okay, let me start down here. I went to school like a day or two later, I think, and my face was so swollen. I walked in the room, and I remember the teacher, her reaction. She goes, "Oh my God, are you okay? What happened to you?" I was like, "I got stung. I got stung by a wasp." And she was concerned. I think they actually called my mom. You know, my mom was like, "Oh, he's fine. Yeah, he got stung the other day. We gave him plenty of Benadryl. He's okay. He's just still swelling." I look like I was, and I'm not being stereotypical here at all, but I look like I was Asian because the swelling was so bad around my eyes. Because remember, it stung me between the eyebrows. It was so bad. I was swelling in my cheeks and in my forehead and all around my eyes that it made my eyes like kind of, you know, it was bad. It was very, very, very terrible. Alright, got that guy hired. Need to probably take some of these back down there. I need to delete these buildings up here. We need to tear down some buildings up here, boys. What's on sale? I haven't checked out what's on sale. Nothing really good. There's an animal mixer, but I think there's a bigger one we'll probably get later on. Alright, so let me go back up there. Need to tear down these buildings. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. Is anybody old enough to remember that? Chinese rocket debris might be.
Yes.
Yeah, old man remembers that. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. And bada boom, bada bing. Tear, do you want to? Yes, for $0. Yes. They gone. Alright. We'll have to get the toy later. We'll pick up that toy later. So we got rid of the building. I have to do some landscaping back here, so I'm gonna have to flatten this back out again. Yeah, you're old now. Elephantitis, yeah, maybe that's what it kind of looked like. It was bad, so. That was right around the same time we went to Washington State, and I got to see like a lot of stuff. We went to a couple of volcanoes up there. We went to Mount Hood and we went to Mount St. Helens. Very neat, very cool place. Is there a weight up here? I really need a weight for the back of this. Kind of somewhat sort of remember dropping a weight maybe somewhere. It might have been this black one though. Nope, there's one. It's probably the one I dropped. You were 16 when they removed the wall. Nixon was president when you were born? That was in the... What year was that? 1970 something, maybe? 71, 72? I'm trying to remember now. My history. '68 to '74. Okay. 69 to '74, sorry. It looks like an 8. Oh yeah, it separated East and West Germany. A lot of people don't remember that, After World War II, Germany was... There was East and West Germany. And it was in Berlin, I think, right? That the wall went through. And part of it was... Let's see, West Germany was... German control. And East Germany was under Soviet control. And finally they tore down, I don't know, I guess they tore down the wall and I guess they returned it to Germany. Because it's not still separated now, right? No. Yeah. It's just Berlin now. It's not, it's not still under, the Soviet Union, that collapsed, back after the Chernobyl incident. And then they became Russia again. Well, there's another John Deere weight over there. Look at that. Huh. Probably gonna need to bring a trailer up here to do this. I'll just move him out of here for now. Oh look, another one popped up. So we can actually sell these right now. If I can get this off my fork. Get off my fork. Yeah, no. I have stuffed crust pizza in the fridge. Probably gonna get some more after I get off tonight. May have it for breakfast in the morning too. Oh man, I think we got a lot of pallets because they keep popping up.
All I know is GPS for the win.
Yep. See, I told you.
I'm loving this. Picking up rocks seems a lot easier now.
With GPS, yeah. What? I don't know what that means. Oh, he's talking about VCA. I think that's that other thing. I don't know. I like the guidance steering. We used it in 19 a lot. And it seems to work pretty well. Oh no, get off. I think that's the last one though. No, another one popped up. You know what? I may just do what I did before and just push them off. Go. Be done. Be done. Be done. Be done. I think it's done. Okay. Cool beans. So there's a no! Now it done? I guess I could get off and check it. Yes, now it should be done now because it does 1,000-liter pallets still, right? Yes. Okay, so it's done for now. I think it's running low on wood too, so we're gonna have to cut some more trees soon. Not a problem, man. We got plenty of trees. So, did you guys hear about that too? The Jamaican bobsled team qualified for the Olympics for the first time in 26 years, I think they said. So, there's going to be a Jamaican bobsled team again for the Winter Olympics coming up on February... When is that? February 3rd? February 7th? So, looking forward to that.
It's going to make you want to watch Cool Runnings again.
Yep. I'm going to have to watch it now. You're right. Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. Get on up. It's bobsled time. Cool Runnings. The people say, you know, we can't believe Jamaica, we have a bobsled team. Dude, yeah, they can make a sequel. They can make Cool Runnings 2. The only thing is they couldn't bring back what was his name? Earl Blitzer? Because, you know, John Candy played him. And unfortunately, John Candy passed away back in the 90s. Too soon. Too soon. I think he had a lot more movies in him. So did Chris Farley. Him and Chris Farley both. I would have loved to have seen a movie with John Candy and Chris Farley. I think that would have been a hilarious movie. Just like I said, you know, what's her name, Medea? I would love to see Medea meets the Clumps. And if you're young, if you're old enough, you know who the Clumps are. Those two movies would be hilarious. You get Tyler Perry with his Medea character and Eddie Murphy with the Clump characters. You know, and then you have all the characters that Tyler Perry does. So bring in the supporting cast and all that. Alright, let's see. That should be it now. These guys are fighting up here. Let me go get them. Come on, ketchup and mustard. Leave little red alone. You know, movies I remember a lot of, yeah. Is it on Disney Plus? Yeah, I would assume it would be. I actually own that movie, so I can just pull it up anytime I want. Is NBC hosting the Olympics? Is it NBC this time around, or is it CBS, or I don't know. They say NBC's not even sending their hosts over there to televise. Does NBC have it? I don't know. I don't remember. You know what? We own this property. I'm going to cut through here. Is it always NBC? I don't know. That doesn't seem... I don't know. Around there at CBC or Sportnet. Yeah. I don't know. You know what? I've never really paid attention to that. I don't know if it's always NBC here or not. Still wish we could own the interstate. Or at least, you know, if we can't own it, be able to do like contracts on it, like, or have like a permanent contract on the interstate. Like, hey, we want you to mow this grass and you can keep whatever grass you mow. I know it's kind of cheaty, but, you know. Who's mowing the grass? We could save the city so much money by mowing it. I'm not very good at this. Let's me straighten this up a little bit here and come over this way here and not back into the ditch over yonder. And I think that'll work. Oh, I don't know. Is it ABC too? I don't know. I've never paid attention to that. Alright, I need to go get Little Red back up there. Here we go. Actually, you know what? I might leave Little Red up here because we need to do some creating fields up here. This grass field area over here. We need to do some work on this. Yep, I wonder where Phil's at. We own this up here and this over here. I wonder where Phil's at. Sometimes he comes in, sometimes I guess it depends on how busy he's been and work and everything. Yeah. So I'll just leave that right there. Did I leave this running? I did. Alright, what's going on out there now? Let's see, in Contract Landia. Anything good? Oh, there's a good fertilizing one. A couple of them. Now there's more than one. Got some good ones out there. 15 grand. There's an 8 grand. I think I'm gonna have to buy a second fert thing because we sold that little thing back. Seems silly to use this big 8R though. Or not 8R, 7R. Let me go ahead and buy another one. Hello, how's it going? Welcome in. Okay, NBC has the rights for several years. Okay, they bought them in. Okay. So we need another fert spreader. We'll get the big one here. Put Michelin on there, standard, narrow tires, no plate. No plate. I think that's a good investment to have. And you know what? I think there's our weeding guy down here. Need to bring him back. Let me take this guy. Oh wow. 7.75 billion. That's a lot of money. But they have the contract to host them until 2030 something. So that's crazy. Some people say, you can't believe. Jamaica, we have a bobsled team. We have the Wanderers. And something Yul Brenner and something Sanka. I don't remember all the words. Yeah, that movie came out, what was it, 93, somebody said? A lot of the good movies came out in 93. You had, The Mighty Ducks. I think it was the second one that maybe came out around that time, and you had Cool Runnings, and Disney had a lot of great movies back in the 90s. Nowadays it's, they have a few, but not a lot. I remember Little Giants and The Big Green, and you had the Ducks, all the Mighty Duck movies. You had Cool Runnings. They had a bunch of movies that were good. What movie? What? Which one? I just listed a bunch. Okay, I'm an old school Star Wars. I'm not like a fan person, but Star Wars to me will always be 20th Century Fox. Or, well, Lucasfilms, really. I'm up there. I think me and Phil and Trucker Chick and all of us are around the same age. The song I was singing? Oh, that was Cool Runnings. Industrial Light and Magic? Maggots. Industrial Light and Magic. For Star Wars? Might have been one of the production companies or something. Alright, I'm going to drop... Where are we putting our weights at now? Got a new building over here. I'm just going to put it right here. No, I'm not that old. No, I'm in my late 30s. It's hard to believe. I don't feel like I'm in my late 30s. In my mind says, I'm still in my 20s, maybe. My body says I'm like 60. I'm sure that's going to get worse. But that's how it feels. Especially when it gets cold. Especially when it's as cold as it is now, with the wind chills down around 0 or more. Is it less? It'd be less, wouldn't it? Negative? The more negative you go? Like I said, and I've had people tell me this along the way, and I'm going to quote Indiana Jones here, okay? Your body, when you get older, your body starts hurting, and it gets tougher, and to go out in the cold and do things, and people turn to me and say, "You're too young to feel like that," and I always quote Indiana Jones here. It's not the years, honey. It's the mileage. I love that quote. Because, it really is. It depends on how many miles you've put on your body. It's not the years. Oh, well, yeah, no, we can't let that one go through. I know it's probably funny, but you gotta keep it family friendly. That's why I'm only gonna time you out for 10 seconds. Ooh, look, a Christmas tree. Is that a Christmas tree? What is that? No, that's not a Christmas tree. That's like the Illuminati thing. Okay. I thought it was a Christmas tree. I know, right? I didn't plan on working like this much either. I want to buy some more fert. Fert bags. Fert bags. So they released the duration of the new Batman movie. It's like 2 hours and something minutes today, and I'm just like, I don't know that I want to watch the vampire dude that long. Is that full? That must be full. Let's fill it back up now. I can't put my mind around the Batman or the vampire guy being the Batman dude. I can't do it. To me, Michael Keaton is Batman. Now he is coming back. They did release some photos of him. He's coming back as Batman. On the what's the one? The movie. Was it Batgirl? Something like that? I don't know. Yes, the vampire guy. The guy that played the vampire. All the vampire, the vampire and the werewolf guy, they were fighting it out or whatever, and you had the girls all being team, what was it? Team vampire or team werewolf? Whatever they called it. Team Jesse? No. Team... Yeah, Twilight, that's it. What were their names? I got mad respect for Dark Knight, right? I got mad respect for all that whole trilogy with Christian Bale, because that was a good setup with Batman. I Ben Affleck as Batman, he kind of just ruined it for me when they did the Daredevil thing. Robert Patterson, is that his name? What were their character names? Edward. Okay, one of them was Edward. I'm guessing that's probably the vampire. What was the werewolf's name? Lautner was his real name. Edward Jacob. Yeah, okay. So back in the day, it was all Team Edward and Team Jacob. That's what it was. Yeah, see, to me, Michael Keaton, that he was Batman. Where am I going? I don't even know. Let's see. Oh man, you're doing 70. 38 and 32. I'm guessing those are this way. Oh look, they actually turn into the dealership. I've never seen them do that. He's just making a loop through there. He went around me with that loop. Huh? Oh yeah. Remember, rain makes corn. Just saying. Corn makes all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Heath Ledger as the Joker. Heath Ledger brought out that character really, really well. Jack Nicholson did a good job, but Heath Ledger really brought in the darker type of Joker character. And you know, I'm not a big Jared Leto Joker person. That, to me, I mean, Heath Ledger did it right. It's kind of like one of those mafia type respect type things when it comes to the Joker, you know. See, I think, where's 32 at? Okay, you got 70 done. Oh, 32's back there. Oh man, I'm going to let you take 38. I'm going to go back and grab 32.
Okay.
Didn't he win? He actually won like a posthumous award for that character, for the Joker. I think he would have won it anyway, but they had to do it posthumous because, you know, he died before the movie even came out. He got like Best Actor or something like that. Yeah, we have a lot of fields. We own quite a few. This is the Elm Creek map. This is the base map. I really want to see a 4X version of this. Let's see, I'm going to go north and south. Hit that button there. Hey, that lines up almost perfect. Right on the money. Cool beans. I don't know how many years we're in. I think we're in more than 7 now. Well, you know, we did restart, but technically we're in more than 7 years. There's a couple Elm Creek 4X coming soon. I saw Wolf Creek. I saw that one. Who's doing the other one? I think they said DashNet's doing the Wolf Creek. Who's doing the other Elm Creek? I really would like Stevie to do a 4X Elm Creek. But the thing is, you know, so with Stevie, he's going to change it up. He's going to change the fields up. He's going to change all the trees up and everything. I don't want to change it. I just want an Elm Creek 4X map. I want Elm Creek as it is now in the center. And then... whoa. This guy just did a turn. Have it expanded out on the side. Wolf Creek is like that. I'll probably like Wolf Creek then. I really wish they had gone. I know why they didn't do it, because they wanted to support the previous gen consoles, and to do that they had to have standard size maps. Now that the next game probably will maybe be exclusive to the newer gen consoles and PC, they can come out with larger maps. That was one of their questions on their surveys, and the reason they put that survey out was for future development of the game. They had a survey that came out, and you actually got a free tractor with it. I think it was the black... was it the Black Beauty Fent, I think, that came out with it? You did the survey, and then you got the tractor for free. They basically asked, you know, what's more important to you in the game? Larger maps, something else, etc., etc., etc. And I definitely checked larger maps, because I want to see that. It has a lot of production lines. Yeah, usually with that one, that's the PV production type stuff. Of course, now, you know, I wonder, you know, will it use like the in-game type production type format, I guess would be the right word, or will it use like the previous production stuff? It's kind of similar, to be honest, but Hurricane, good evening, how's it going? Welcome in. Oh yeah, we'll definitely need some larger equipment. There's a few out there in the mod world. Have to reach beyond the mod hub for those, probably. Hey, that's the best type of multitasking right there. Back in the day, I used to watch Puma Plow, and I would watch either TV or a movie and play Farm Sim all at the same time. And the only reason I really had the TV going was to have some background noise, but I would really be watching Puma Plow. You know, while I was farming, I would kind of just watch and play along. 50 meter? No, that's no. I want to keep it realistic. I don't want to, you know. I didn't forget the pizza and orange soda. I've got pizza and orange soda. I'm actually running low on orange soda. I'm kind of worried. I may have to go with a different brand. It's so strange. I went to the grocery store yesterday. I did not go today. I went yesterday and the day before. Both times they didn't have my orange soda, and I drink the Crush orange soda. It's the best. But in the store, I think we're both about to be done here. Yep, there we go. In the store, it's like no Crush orange soda, right? But they have like 4 rows of. They only have 1 row of Crush orange soda, right? They have like 3 or 4 rows of the, what is it, Sunkissed? I think they had Diet Sunkissed and regular Sunkissed. Nobody's buying the Sunkissed. Like, it's there. And the shelf is bare, like, to the left and to the right of it. And, you would think that they would look at that and say, hey, we need to carry more orange soda. And then, we'll make more money because people are buying all the crushed orange soda, right? So, nobody's buying the Sunkissed. Nobody wants the Sunkissed here. Because they all know. They all know that Crush is the best. I think there's some Fanta there, too. The problem with Fanta is that it tastes more like orange juice. And the Crush orange soda tastes like orange soda. It's just, it's fake. It's better. So, alright, let me collect these and see if we can get something else to pop up here. Yeah, there's a couple things. What popped up here? Saw something. There's a spraying one for 7,000. Got some sewing ones out there. What's that field down there? Is it 39 that I was kind of eyeballing? 39 is still flashing. What are we doing on 39? Is that the one I just took out? Is that the spraying one? Bet it is. Yep. So we need to spray that, and hopefully we'll get the other FERT one to pop up on that one. I left the sprayer parked down there somewhere in the middle of a field. Well, I guess I'll go hit field 28. 22 probably wouldn't be bad either. Why is Puma not on Elm Creek? He's kind of split it up a little bit. I think he needed help on his Let's Play map to do a lot of mowing and baling. So he's been kind of playing that during the week, and he'll be back on Elm Creek. I know Saturday probably. And he might be playing trains tomorrow night. Maybe. Or he'll be, I don't know, maybe he'll be back on Elm Creek. I'm getting a lot of static in my microphone here. I don't know why. Every time I talk and it picks up my voice, hello. I hear myself. Hello. I don't know why it's staticky. Alright, where am I going? I'm going up there. You know what? I'm just going to cross the road to Kentucky Fried Chicken, okay? I'm just going to go across it. Sounds fine on y'all's end? Okay, it's just my end then. It might be my headphones too. I don't know. I probably need to be in the market for some new headphones. These pop actually. Like, it's not in the speaker, it's the actual headset themselves. What did you cash in for earnings? Those were the contracts we did. We did a fertilizing contract on field 32 here. Pretty big field. And then we did a contract down on 38 down there. Old man went down there and fertilized that one. Come on, tractor. You can do it. Get across the interstate before a car comes. Go. Hey, here comes a car. Will he go around me? Will he go around me? Come on, go around me, bro. You come here for the soothing voice and the chill content? Alright. Is that the field? No. It's that one right there that's flashing. It's this one right across here. I was gonna say, a lot of this stuff is getting kind of old. The computer... Let's see, the computer... When did I get that? I got that in July. It was the July before 19 was released, so I got that in July of 2018? Yeah. So... This computer will be 4 years old this summer. Wow. It's a good thing I'm retiring it then soon. Well, not really. It's gonna serve another purpose, but I pulled the trigger on a new computer. It is happening. So game save. Yay. Custom built? No, but very nicely pre-built. I gotta say. It's a very nicely pre-built computer. Here, let's see. Where do I need to go next? Be right back. Alright. Not me. Hurricane. Hurricane will be right back. Whoa, Trexie, you okay? What, do you have a bad dream? She just like went from sleeping hard to like standing straight up like really fast. Yeah. Hit the button, hit the button, hit the button, hit the button, hit the button. Said it's getting kind of late in the season, late in the year here. I don't think we're going to see too many more, I don't know, there's still some fields out there that need it. There's that one. Oh, maybe I needed to hit that before that. Okay, yeah, something popped up. I don't know what, but something did. No, I think it has some RGB in it, but I bought it for what's under the hood. It's got some nice ponies under the hood. No webcam. Is he? What's he playing at 9? Were they gonna play Fortnite or trains or something? Did not know that. What? No, really? Toy Soldiers? What is that, a new game? See, when y'all say Toy Soldiers, I'm thinking of an older game. It's not the same game, is it? Is that a new game? It is, and it is a remaster. Oh, okay. So it's kind of the same game, but maybe remastered. Okay. Sounds good, guys. If you guys make sure you check out twitch.tv/PumaPlow. He's going to be playing a remastered game, I guess. Okay. So it is an older game. Okay, so it's remastered. So he'll be going live at 9. Going live at 9. What a way to make a living. Driving that combine. It's all taking and no giving. Got a sub with Twitch Prime. I don't know. Anybody who's anybody knows Dolly Parton. That was actually a movie, too. I don't know if she wrote the song and then they made the movie, or if they wrote the song for the movie. Probably wrote the song for the movie. Yeah, it was 9 to 5, yeah. The movie 9 to 5. Lily Tomlin and Dolly Parton and I forget the guy's name. Yep, right. I still got to do that. I still got to work on that. There goes old man with the sprayer. I might have to put our Christmas trees back up. I forgot to put our Christmas trees back up. This is just the parking zone right here. We park everything here and then we'll organize it later. We got a lot of stuff. I'm almost saying we probably need that other shed back here. Got plans to build a shed like right here somewhere. Going to do some painting, I think. I don't think I need to do too much landscaping. But definitely going to have to do some gravel work back here and some grass work. Let's see what planks are at right now. It doesn't matter. We'll probably just go ahead and sell them. Yeah, that's not a bad price. Let's see. One of you is... There we go. Might just run them down there two at a time. I don't know. I could take a truck up there and just load it up. Oh, there is a backup beeper on this now. Alright, neat. They didn't have one on here before. Hello, good evening, welcome in. How's it going? Oh boy. Showing off my backwards driving skills here, guys. Does she still write songs? Cool. I can't believe they closed, what was it, Dollywood? Oh, man, there's another one of them things, man. John was talking about this on his stream earlier. Get out the band hammers, though. Bada boom, bada bing. You are the weakest link. Bye-bye. Why, car. Forget I have traffic turned on now. Oh, there it goes. I was like, it shifted and the knob didn't move. Huh. Doing good. Sure there's a lot of traffic out here today. Whoa. Must be rush hour. What time is it? 3 o'clock in the afternoon? It's not really rush hour, but... Let's see, I need to turn around. Every now and then I look a little bit lonely and I turn myself around. Turn around. And I need my tractor. Yeah, and that wasn't really a family friendly violation type deal, but that was, you know, there's something about that, and it's the same every time. Oh gosh, that sign is not yeah, it's the same thing where it's like, you know, buy followers and stuff like that. It's like the exact same thing every time. So it's just spam accounts is what it is. And the funny part about it is like, I have links turned off. Like, you can't post links in the chat. So all you see is, you know, buy followers, and then it's just ... because, you know, you can't post links. So it doesn't work anyway. Yeah. And I guess some streamers maybe don't have that turned on where it's blocked, you know. So it actually does post the link, and then they actually, it's probably it's either a link to a virus or, you know, a link to a scam where they try to take your money or something like that. And that's why I have links completely turned off. If a link needs to be posted, you can whisper it to me and I'll decide whether to post it or not. That's the best way. Just say no to spam. The bots, not the meat. You can eat spam all day if you want to. Here's one. There's a 2. This 6R is a good tractor. Good investment. I've always liked it. This was the tractor to have in 19. It was a good tractor, 300 horsepower, and if you started out with one tractor, this would be a good one to start out with, because it does all the utility stuff. Oh gosh, come on. Talking good about it and it's gonna start acting up. Here we go. It's a utility tractor, you know, you can put it in the field to do stuff. It's a good tractor. Yeah, I guess I could grab these two at a time, huh? Get off, get off, get off, get off. Well, I guess I'll just put them up in there. But they still get it. Do what?
39's done.
Okay. Get off my fork. Oh, yep, something popped. Let's see, was it that one? Yep, fertilizing 39. Got a good one there. Probably have to do some fast timing after this, after we sell these pallets. We're gonna make a lot more money by buying the sawmill. Only the sawmill really makes sense. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? Pre-built from Best Buy? What? What's your question there, poke salad? Stay on there, stay on there. Oh, my PC? No, I didn't get it from Best Buy. I looked at the ones from Best Buy. They did not have what I was looking for. They had some, but they didn't have quite the specs that I was looking for. Ooh, nope. Stay on there. Let go of my fork. There we go. They're not always neat. I'm trying to be careful here because I can send pallets flying. It's happened. Sometimes they send me flying. Alright. Oh, gotta start it up first. Then I can close the curtain. Alright, let's go sell some pallets of lumber. This is one of the reasons why we did the restart with the update. So that we could just sell lumber. If we want to sell lumber, we can now. Oh yeah, they supposedly have that little red forklift fixed now, so. Supposedly. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We gonna do what they say can't be done. Dang it, I want a barbecue sandwich now. I'm getting one tomorrow. We've gotten to this habit of getting barbecue from like a little local barbecue place on Fridays for lunch. I'll go out and pick it up. Smoking the Bandit, that's right. Old Smokey's got them ears on. He's hard on your trail, but he ain't gonna rest till you're in jail. Good song, Mr. Jerry Reed. It's hard to believe that the only cast member that is still alive, only main cast member I should say, that is still alive from that movie is Sally Field. Burt Reynolds, Jerry Reed, Jackie Gleason, all have passed on. It's very, very sad. I had to back in here weird. I really should probably start stacking them in the back of this thing, but you know. We'll just start there. Oh, they do sell automatically, so. So that's a lot of money right there. I'm glad we did this. That was $19,000, and that was just the ones in the front. We're getting, looks like 3,800 per pallet, so that's good. I had problems with that last one. Guess I could turn around. So yeah, we restarted this so that we will never use this as a production point. This will be where we sell lumber and lumber only. We're going to build a new carpentry up north. Probably more than one. And we'll use it for furniture. We'll have to get those built back here. I guess this weekend maybe. Alright, got that one done. I'm kind of looking at that field there, old man.
What field are we looking at?
That one you just sprayed.
It will definitely be a good field.
It's got soybeans in it. And once we get the final... Was that the final third on it? Might have been. Let me collect that and see. Let's see, I think that was the final one, yep. So that's it, and we did spray it already, so it doesn't have weeds. How much is that field? 364,000. It's not a bad field. We get that, plus we get to expand this little grass area over here, right by the interstate, so... I say we just go ahead and pull the trigger. 364,000. Soybeans are a good thing. What do we have our cash set aside for? Yes. we've got plenty set aside for everything. Equipment, fields, manufacturing, yeah, all of it. Hello from Brazil. How's it going? How you doing? Welcome in. All right, there's not really any other good contracts right now. Guess we could fast time a little bit and see what's what, or we could mow. No, I'll save us from the mowing for right now. Let's see. We'll do a little fast time in here. See if anything else pops up today. There goes the sun. No, nothing else is really popping today. There's a few FERT contracts out there, but I mean, there's a 1900 one, and they're not really the big hitters that we normally go after. Check the sales, see if anything else popped up. There's a square bale wrapper. Actually, that's not bad for it. I mean, it's... $51% off. I think we're going to sleep till the next day. I think we'll just go ahead and sleep on till 7 o'clock tomorrow.
Microphone muted. Microphone activated.
Alright, ooh, look at that sunrise. It's a little cloudy, but... Let's check the sale thing again. We never get anything good. Alright, so let's check our contracts again. A lot of stuff should pop up. Yep, here they come. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Let's see. A lot of cultivating ones. Don't see any really big hitters, though. Got some harvesting ones. Corn. More corn. There's a cotton one. I don't know that we would get enough off of... You know what? Is that the field that we were looking at?
Yes.
It never got the second stage of FERT for it. We never got the second contract for it to fertilize it. And it's ready to harvest. Okay. I think I'm going to hold off on that one because that's a pretty expensive piece of property. It's $429. What else we got? I hear Trexie. Oh, there's some good spraying ones. 10,000 on 32. 7,000 on 38. Alright. There's Trexie. Yeah. What? Is it time to go to bed? Oh, you know what? Hang on. There she is. I have lights. There's the spray rig thing there. Where's our other sprayer at?
It's in the barn here.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it is. There it is, right there. Alright. So there's not a light switch in here, is there? Those just come on when it gets dark and go off when it gets light. And you know what? I'm gonna shut that off. I don't know that I want to use this. Trexie is back. Alright, let's see. You know what? I'll keep that on that one. And I think I'm just going to use the 7R. Oh my goodness, this... We need a camera disable collision mod. Alright, Trexie, lay down. Lay down, come on. It doesn't do... Yeah, no. It doesn't do the 240. But it does do the 220 centimeter mods, which is still 6,000 liters. versus the 125 centimeter round bales, which those, I think somebody said they were only 3,500, so it's almost half of what the square ones are. The only thing is like you have to do this separate. So you have to bale and then go back and then wrap them. With the Vicon, you can bale and wrap in the same go. So, all right. Let me go get to that thing. I'm probably going to have to buy some more herbicide. Turn my lights on. Ooh. I guess I'll go after the big field. 32. Since this one does have I think this one does have a wider width on it. Just a little bit. Now, there is that side field thing that's supposed to do it, but I've heard people having issues with that. Yeah, the grass are 6,500 on the 240. Nope. I need to buy herbicide. This is not fertilizer, herbicide. Do we own a second tank? Front tank?
I don't think so. We have one.
There's one. I'm going to buy a second one. Because that'll give us more capacity. Alright, we need herbicide. Yeah, I was gonna say there's a place for the larger bales. As far as the silage goes, you know, you can't do it on the bigger ones, but you can do the bigger ones, like if you're feeding your animals or something like that. Alright, there is more herbicide down here if you need some.
Okay.
Say that, I've about drained them all. I'll buy one more. Or a couple more. Alright, I'm going to 32, right? Yep. Let there be light. Wow. Are there lights on the spray rig? This joker's bright. There's lights on the spray rig. Yep, there's lights on the spray rig. That's actually pretty cool looking. Alright, GPS on. We're gonna go north and south. Then we'll do our auto width. Guessing that's about right. Let me double check one thing real quick. Yep, that's on. Okay. I want to make sure that was full working width there. Turn line on. Auto adjust. Hey, light. I think the sun peeked over the horizon there a little bit. That was like instant. Alright, and we're at it. Uh-oh, you ran your mower out of fuel. That's not good. I've run stuff out of fuel before. I'll just be going along, and speaking of fuel, this tractor's getting kind of low. It's below half a tank. Got about a third of a tank. Probably need to get some after this. Now there is a trick there before you buy the fuel tanker. You don't necessarily have to buy a fuel tanker. You can save your game, close your game, open your game, and you'll have just enough fuel to get to the fuel depot. Or the fuel station, gas station, whatever. If you want to do it that way. If you don't have the funds to buy a tanker, let's say, you've maxed out your loan or, something like that, and you just don't have the funds, you can do it that way. So yeah, you can save your game, close your game, open it back up, and you'll have just enough fuel to drive up to the gas station there. Yeah, neat little tip there if you ever run out of gas or run out of fuel and you don't have the money to buy a tanker or the little Thunder Creek thing. All right, you're good to go then. Yeah, we own a Thunder Creek thing. I like it. I like having it. It's nice to have just to fuel the vehicles up when they run out. I'm the type though that I don't want to save my game, close it, make old man resync again. Syncs are gonna start getting tough again before too long, I would imagine. Actually, speaking of sinks, I guess maybe not. Saturday morning. This Saturday morning, we go live at 7 a.m. So we'll be here Saturday morning. We're going to be taking a look at a new map. So you're going to want to be here for that. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's a surprise. So get ready. New map Saturday morning. Come hang out, grab some breakfast. I'm gonna have me some breakfast. Might go get me some pancakes. Or a sausage egg cheese biscuit. Maybe some bacon. Some gravy. Maybe a cinnamon roll. And stuff. Okay, word of warning. Pillsbury came out with some stuff. They came out with some cookies and these little things called biscuits that are in these little pouches. Do not Buy the Pillsbury biscuits. It's an ambush. Do not buy the cookies. Especially the cookies. The biscuits, okay. One of the biscuits is not that bad. There's one, it's like a honey butter biscuit, I think they call it. And it's in a box. This is not, I'm not talking about like the canned biscuits that they have, right? I'm talking about, this is like on the cookie aisle, kinda. They're like in pouches. It's not like stuff that you get to put in the oven to actually bake. That stuff is still good. So, what I'm talking about is what they came out with on the cookie aisle. They came out with some Pillsbury cookies. Don't do it. Don't fall for it. Do not become a victim. They are not good. They might be around the level of astronaut food or MREs or something like that. Of course, you know, today's MREs and astronaut food is probably not that bad, but I'm talking about 1960s MREs or 1970s, 80s MREs, astronaut food, that level, yeah. Think 1970s hospital food. Something like that. It's not good. That's the point I'm trying to get across. I would rather buy a can of Pillsbury cinnamon rolls and just put them in the oven and bake them. And just a public service announcement to everyone in the Deep South. Stop buying all the Funyuns and orange soda. I don't know what it is, but everybody is buying up all the Funyuns and orange soda. Is it because the Super Bowl's coming or something? I don't know. I don't understand why, you know, people are buying up all the Funyuns and orange soda. It doesn't make any sense. Like, there's enough to go around. You don't have to buy it all. I'm going to go again in the morning and see if they have orange soda. Hopefully they'll have orange soda. I may have to get some Sunkissed or something. I don't really want to. I've had Fanta before, but like I said, that tastes like orange juice, not orange soda. Soda Stream, yeah. Do they make a Crush orange soda stream thing? It would have to be a Crush. That's the only way. Thought about getting a Keurig for coffee. It tastes synthetic. Oh. See, I need the officially licensed Crush orange soda. I don't like the new artwork they have on their bottles, by the way. I miss the old artwork. I'm old school like that, though. That's one of those, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know? Trixie, you're a cute cat. She's using one of my kneecaps as a pillow. I'm sure it's not comfortable. can't be. So yeah, guys, we'll wrap things up here around 9 o'clock, I guess. And like I said, we'll be back on Saturday morning at 7, looking at a new map. So yeah, new map. Be new map time. Take a first look. I don't know that we'll play the map, but we'll take a look at it. Could be more than one. Could be more than one map. Never know. There's a lot of maps coming out. Getting her done. Missed a few spots up there, but we should be able to complete the contract here very soon. I think we're about on the same synchronization, old man, as we were last time. Because you just finished.
I think so.
You just finished 38, and mine should finish right about somewhere right in here. There it is. Done. So there's some money. If you've got the money, honey, I've got the time. Here, what popped up? Let's see. Not really anything. We got 37 down there for $2 grand. No, County Line is, it's got some issues right now. We might take a look at that one at some point, but right now it's got some problems. I forget what they were exactly, but it does have some issues. Man, I think the temperature's dropping outside again. Yeah, I just plug and play my controller. It's the Xbox One controller. I really want to get that other Xbox controller that has the extra buttons under the bottom, so I can assign them to do different things. I may look into that somewhere down the road. But yeah, this one I just got a USB cable and plugged and played. I'm gonna guess you probably pulled this straight into the barn, didn't you?
The sprayer?
Yeah.
No, I backed it in.
Oh, you backed it in? Well, you got better backup skills than I do, because this is not. Get in there. Get in there. Go.
The problem with that trailer is the tires steer.
Yeah, when you pull forward, they turn. And then when you start backing up, they realign. So anytime you're at an angle and you pull forward, they turn automatically. I don't know what to do with the tank. I think I'll just put the tank right over here. Right in front of this, these barrels here. Here we go. Alright. Wonder if we're out of wood up there now. No, we're getting low though. We got some planks up there again, but we need to, I'm gonna have to take this one over here and go get some wood. Probably start cutting up there around that flat area up there around that pond. Alright, let me take this one and find the arms. I think they're in the barn here. In the shed. Log fork arms. Here we go. Almost. Come on. Get in there. There we go. Alright. And I'll just grab that weight outside there. Alright. We're off to cut the trees down, the wonderful tall oak trees. Take them to the sawmill up the hill, we'll hurt our knees. I don't know. What trees are the best to plant? Anytime I'm asked that, now that we've done Hurricane's little project up there, I'm always going to say probably spruce or the stone pine. Is that the name of them? Stone pine?
Yes.
Because the spruce are the straight ones and they're easy to delimb. The stone pine only have limbs like in their canopies. So there's not any delimbing to be done on the trunk of the tree. Or, you know, not a lot. Most of the limbs are like at the top in the canopy up there. So spruce or stone pine would have my vote. And I would probably lean more towards spruce because I think the spruce get bigger around and you might get more out of the spruce. You know, more volume. Plus you can stack them a lot easier. They're a lot smoother, a lot straighter. If you let them fully mature though, keep this in mind. If you let them fully mature, you're probably going to need a wheel loader to pick them up, and you cannot cut them with the Cobra. You cannot cut them with the tree harvesting machine. You will have to cut them with a chainsaw once they fully mature. And to fully mature, I think takes 3.5 years. So no, I never had my cedar glitch where I couldn't reattach it. I don't think. I'm trying to remember. I don't think so. Not yet anyway. Knock on wood. Give it time there, Outlaw. They'll probably will. Somebody probably will. I hate to, be the negative Nancy, but I'm hoping that FS22 is not just a whole bunch of like remakes, I hope it's not like the movies, where they're doing like reboots and remakes of movies. I don't, not that I have anything against the other maps. There's a lot of those maps that I like. But I want to see some new maps. I want to see people actually create new maps. I want to see the next county line. I want to see the next Eric, Oklahoma, I want to see all that. And DJ Modding is working on a new 4X map, so that's good news there. I know I'm not going to get much out of these, but they got to go anyway, so. And they're closest to the sawmill over there. Plus we need to get these cleared out because we need to cultivate this area up that or put more productions down here. Probably put more productions down here, to be honest.
This is probably the flattest place.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's the biggest, flattest place that we could put something. I'm thinking about not putting greenhouses back in right here, but maybe go ahead and starting the carpentries like we had, kind of, but make them more efficient. So, like, put them as close over here to the line as we can, and then maybe stacking them up, leaving enough room for, you know, pallet fork operation and stuff like that, and enough room to get a truck in there. Yeah, I mean, we need a dairy mat, stuff like that. Alright, I'll cut that big tree in a minute. Gonna say, we got some trees up north there too, some bigger trees that we could cut down and haul back here. I'm gonna go up the back way here. I don't know if it's gonna work well or not, but I'm gonna try it. Looks like you might have gone the back way too, old man.
Yeah, I figured I'd go up the regular way and then come down the back way.
Yeah. I was gonna say, back here, if we build another sawmill up here eventually, it's kind of smoother back further down the road here, past the farmer's market. Not where I'm at right now, because I just got stuck. But further down here, like it does even out. Somewhere here, let's see. Before I see the red X's of death. Yeah, if we come like this, we could definitely put a road like right here and go in on the backside. It's like this property would be a good investment. It's the most expensive property on the map, but it would be a good investment. Because it's got a lot of trees on it. If we just, if we have the carpentries and we just sell lumber, you know, like we were doing there for a minute, that's a good price on the lumber. Save. And it's still a good price. We need to check it. Looks like we need to check the price for lumber in February and in March, because that's the lowest that it gets. It's still good now, but according to this, it goes down. But yeah, any excess pallets? Excess? Yeah. We need to just sell them. Make some more money. So you drove through the bushes right here, right? Oh, there's a person. Almost ran over somebody. I tell you, I wouldn't mind seeing some more American maps. Some more based on real locations. DJ Modding does really good with that. He made some good ones. The Red River Valley map was a good one that was based on a real location. That one actually was North Dakota. Was it North Dakota? And Minnesota? And Manitoba. So it actually bordered Canada. That was a great map. I would really hope he would have converted that one right away. You know, been the first one, because we could have played that one. That seemed like a great map.
I don't know. I'm kind of torn in between his Oklahoma and Red River.
Oklahoma was good. It was a good map. Had a lot of fun on that one. Deer Country was fun. It was a standard size map.
Didn't feel like that though sometimes.
It didn't. No, it felt bigger. I don't know. I really want to see, you know, like I said, doing the conversions from ones that already exist is great, but I want to see some new maps too. What are we up to? Yeah, we're not getting much out of these little trees. 5,000, we're up to 5,800. Go ahead and cut that big tree down and bring some of them logs up here, I guess. Oh, there's the old man struggling up the hill. I went the long way that time. Yeah, I think you were right. I have to turn traffic off though, because carrying some of these trees down the road might be an issue. Look at that sunrise, y'all. Look at that reflecting off the water. Isn't that pretty? You know what? I think I'm going to leave this tree. Because the way this is set up, the border, you would think the border of this would run on the back side right here, just straight along these buildings. It does not. It actually kind of steps off. And it comes out here where this tree's at. I think the tree...
You know, you could put the greenhouses back here.
Yeah, we could put the greenhouses like maybe right through here. But this part where you're at right now, we can't own that.
But you could place it.
No, not where we can't own, we can't. See right where you're standing right now? All of this right here, we can't own this. This is part of the animal dealer. And the way they set it up is they stepped it off back here in the back, which it would have been nice if they would have kept the property line along the buildings here. And that way we could have still used this land. But we can't actually use this land. The property line is actually right where this tree's at. It's just right past it. And then it steps out that way, so it actually goes out further out that way until you get right up here. And then we do own this right here on this side of this building, on the back side. We could put the greenhouses long ways right here, like right in this area, but we'd have to do them long ways for sure, because those pallets, you know, you can't pick them up by hand now. You have to use some type of forklift or something, so you have to leave enough room to get a thing in there, to get some type of forklift in there, whether it be a tractor or a actual forklift.
Well, did you see the new forklifts in the mod hub?
I did. I saw those. Those go up higher. Let's see. We got some trees up here. I'm going to go look up here. You know what? We got trees down there around 25 we need to cut too. Probably need to cut them worse than we need to cut these up here. Let me go back down there. I'm going to go down to 25.
Okay.
So that's all the ones from up here. We'll come back and grind the stumps out later. Famous last words. Yeah, the trees that we just cut, that's on property that we own. Like I said, most of that we do own, but there's a little sliver up here on the north side of the animal dealer, and then it steps off over here on the east side of the animal dealer, which I wish it went along with the buildings here a little more. They could have left like this little part right there, but to step it off like that, just out in the middle like that, that's kind of weird. So I don't know why they did that like that. Just to tick us off, I guess. I don't know. Oh, you know what? We got all these birch trees over here too, old man.
Yeah, if you want to cut them, I can take them up.
Okay. Remember the ones over here where we planted them trees?
Yep.
They're back.
Or you want me to cut it down, I can.
No, I'll cut them down here. Secure them over there. This is where we filled the truck up at, but we can probably just carry them up there, be fine. You know what? I probably should cut some of these this way. Oh. Oh. Hang on, I think I gotta cut this one to get that one. No. Fall over. There we go. I'll say I'll probably have them all cut by the time you get the first one, so we can both carry them up there. It's funny, the tree falling sound that they have on here sounds like my knees when I get up out of bed in the morning. That can't be good. Sounds just like that too, yeah. Except for the, well, I don't really crash at the end, but that's what they sound like a little bit. Crash goes the tree. Back to lurk. Well, look, we're in your favorite spot, Hurricane. Remember this spot? Remember? 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 Oh, I dropped some of these in the road, didn't I? Oh, well. Yep. Getting them down, getting them ready. Like I say, we could go ahead and just plant some trees here. I'm not going to do any cultivating, I know that much this time around. That would be a good property to have over there. Look at all the trees over there. Plus, you know, the park area here, you know, with the benches and stuff. You own all of that. So you own all of that. You could cut down all them trees and replant the really good trees over there. Have a little tree empire. How much is that? Plus you get all that behind the sawmill. How much is that? 1.169. We're not that far off from it. Alright, I think that's the last one there that we can do. These down here I think are on the other property. Yep. Let's go over here and look at this. I'm kind of curious about this now. We're not that far off from this having the price for this property. You look at all the trees you get with this. I mean, you get the forest, but then you look at, you get this whole hill, which all these trees surround the forest up here. This is a big chunk of property. So you get all these little birch trees out here. Which we could keep some along the path here, along, you know, surrounding the light posts and the benches. You know, we don't have to clear them all out. It goes all the way down here to the road, right? Yeah. Yeah. Goes all the way down here. Need to go up that trail and see what's up there. But then you get all this surrounding. You get this whole hillside over here. That would actually be good because we could take a few of those over to the carpentries when we build them over there. Like right on that hill. So you get all this. We could come in and mulch these bushes out. Oh yeah, we'd definitely get money back off of this. For sure. Then you got this hill here, you know, you could maybe do a little smoothing on it. Replant some trees. Is this the path that... Save? Yeah, this is the path that goes up in here. So here's the road over here. This is the actual logging road that old man's driving down. But there's a path over here. It's so pretty. I can't wait to destroy it. But yeah, do some smoothing over here maybe or something. Or just keep it as it is. Maybe just keep it as it is because, you know, the people still walk down through here. We could cut the trees that are here. Replant a forest of spruce trees and maybe pine mixed in or something. Just leave it as is. Because there are people that walk down this path, I think. I think there's some of these NPC people that walk down this path. Yeah, here's some right here. Let's see where they go. Is he gonna turn? Well, he looks mad, doesn't he? Maybe not follow him. This guy looks a little more calmer. Is he gonna go down it? No. Maybe they don't go down that path. Let me go look on the other side. I swear I've seen people walking down that before. Where's the... Okay, here comes somebody. Let's hide in the grass. Shh. Oh, no, wait. They're going the other way. Crap. Well, I don't see anybody on the path. Maybe they don't walk down this. So maybe we could do something with this up here. Since they don't walk down this, maybe they don't walk down it. Yeah, okay, they just turn around over here. It's over here we couldn't really touch. Over there's fair game. Cool. We can make a huge forest out of this then. Trees and grass, yeah. We could leave some space maybe to mow some a little bit in between. Oh man, I was like, what is that coming down the road? It's old man. I think it might be time. I think it might be time to pull the trigger. We have 962. We only need not even $100,000 to buy it, right? Or no? Yeah, just over $100,000 to buy it. We could take out a little more. We could take out. Well, you know what? We paid off our loan. We have 0 loan right now. I'd say it's a good investment. What do you guys think in chat? Hurricane, I know what you think. Hurricane's all about them trees. Well, we already have the equipment to replant. We bought the, what was that thing called? The thing... The Damcon, is that how you say it? We had that already. We bought that when we planted that test plot up here. Oh, you're a tree hugger? You don't like cutting down trees then? I thought you were like a logger guy. Like you were pro logging. No, we bought that. We didn't lease it. Very good investment. Get her done. Get her done. You are? Okay. Yeah, tree huggers, they don't want you cutting trees because they say the trees have feelings. I am not a tree hugger. I don't believe the trees have feelings. I believe the trees are growing money. Should get it. Go for it. Alright. Sounds like a plan to me. Take a little loan out. We need how much? 1.169. So we'll just say 1.7. 1.17, not 1.7. Take out a little bit of loan here. We can pay this back pretty quick. 1.17. We'll just go, you know what? We'll just round it up. Let's just round it up. 1.2 million. Okay. Because we're going to have some costs and stuff for other stuff too. So you look at, let's take another look at it. Let's take another look at it. We're gonna do it, but we're gonna take another look at it. We get a lot of land with this, right? So everything across the river there, we get all the way up to the border. So all of this out here, all of this over here, all the way up to wherever the border's at. And I'm assuming there's probably like a fake wall border. We'll have to find that and put a fence up. Probably for it. But we get this entire forest, which we can start cutting down on here. Plus we get all those big trees over yonder there. And it's right across from the sawmill. Plus, part of that property, You don't just get the forest, you get all of this land around the sawmill here. So that land includes all of this. So there's a lot of trees out here that we can clear out. And this will give us the land to build this flat area back here. Once we cut these trees down, we can build the extra sawmills back here if we want to. Just put the sawmills all kind of in the same area here. So, get all of this. Goes all the way to the road, I do believe. Yep. Get all of this and cut these trees. All the trees back here on this hillside, I think. Probably not the ones like right up here, but all these ones down here. Cut these down. And they're all really close to the sawmill here. And lettuce has some feelings. So lettuce has feelings and trees don't. Is that what we're saying here? Alright, I think it's a really good investment, guys. Let's do it. We're about to spend the most money we've ever spent on this map. We own it. It's ours. The beautiful trees. I can walk up to them now and I get a thing. Woohoo! All right. So let me go help old man get these other trees cleaned up now. We're gonna have so many trees. It's hard to believe we own all that now. There's a lot of grass over there right now that we could... Oh, God, I almost got hit by a car. There's a lot of grass over there that we could probably mow in between.
Oh, yeah.
You're excited about that, aren't you? I can hear it in your voice. We'll just... Okay, Hurricane says we can blame him for it, so...
Blame him for what?
Having all that grass to mow, I guess. Either having all the grass to mow or all the trees to cut. Oh, goodness, this is not... I think I need to grab it further down or something here because I was leaning that away quite a bit. Oop, oop. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Just make all left-hand turns. Do the exact opposite of what FedEx and UPS do. The big purchase. It's kind of like the, what was the Louisiana purchase, or you know, what was it? Oh God, Seward's Folly, is that what it was called up there in Alaska where they bought that? No car. Okay, he drove under it, so that, I guess that'll work. I don't really have this.
I've been scraping a lot of hoods.
Yep. Oop. I don't think I'm going to fit in there. This is a tall one. Ooh, it's going to be iffy. It's going to be iffy. It's going to be iffy. Ooh. Come on. Come on.
You could do it.
Yep. You can do it. For was it 3 cents an acre? Wow. The more you know. How full are we? We're up to 14,000 now. Need to move this out of the way. Oh, did you see where I added the case Puma?
Yes.
And the John Deere.
Yep. Somebody added the Puma in there, so I think you can put front loader. Yeah, you can still put front loader attachers on there, so that'll be a good investment on that one. Somebody put this in. I was going to see if it had any extra stuff on it here. Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's kind of like the base Giants one, but Giants is letting other people do their stuff, which is weird. I don't know if Giants ever brings this, I'll download the Giants version, but sometimes they, modders sneak in stuff on these things. But yeah, we added a John Deere tractor too. These are in the mod hub. This is the 8960 from Sid, and you can customize the wheels on this. So nice old tractor there. We might pick that up at some point in the future. It's got a lot of options. Wow, it's got so many options. It's got a scroll bar on the side. Look at that. Wait, you can change the color of it? Oh, you can change the color of it. I can't tell the difference. Oh, that's like a faded green. Okay. Alright. Alrighty, well, guys, I think we've reached that time. Don't forget, we'll be back on Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Now, wait a minute, that lady's walking down that path. Hang on. I got a stalker, I guess. Is she gonna go all the way down it? Okay, so maybe we can't do too much customization to this area. If they're going to walk down the path, yeah, we'll have to hold off on that because she's definitely walking down it. Hello, miss. Hello. She just walked right through me. We were one person for a second, just like on Ghost. They used to say hello. Do they not? Well, she's not. She might be too uppity or something. Here comes old man. Yeah. She's probably got earbuds in. Can't hear me anyway. So the people definitely walk down this path. We won't make any changes other than cutting trees and replanting trees. We won't do any landscaping or anything. Well, I don't. Yeah, that path does cover it. We won't do any landscaping up here. We'll just leave it as is. We'll replant some trees, plant some spruce trees and whatnot. They weren't walking down it earlier though. They are now. She gonna blow a whistle on you. Yeah. She might not be my type, guys. So, but anyway, word is John is gonna start streaming at 9. Twitch.tv/PumaPlow. He's playing Toy Soldiers. So make sure you guys head back over there and tune into his channel. I think that's gonna be it for us today. I'm probably just gonna go ahead and hit the bed and be ready for tomorrow. But y'all have a good evening. Enjoy your Friday tomorrow. Thank goodness it will be Friday, and we will come back and maybe be back in here Saturday morning in the latter part. I think we're gonna look up do some first looks at maybe one or two maps Saturday morning. To start out. So like I said, you guys enjoy, and we'll see you then next time. Until then, you guys remember, you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. Old man, thanks for coming in tonight.
No problem.
You guys have a good one, and we'll see y'all later.